Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome once again, wherever you're listening this or watching this from. This is Jeff Israel, and this is Breakthrough with Jeff, where we live life with zero limits. And I would like to talk about, I'd like us to have a conversation on something that is really, really special to me and one that affects your life more than you can imagine. And this is the pursuit of greatness, or you becoming a better person, becoming a leader, pursuit of a better version of you. There are things that I've learned, along my life journey that I have come to appreciate when it comes to leadership and when it comes to becoming the best version of you. And one of this is service. It's actually what I was reflecting on this morning. Every day I get some time in the morning after I wake up to reflect on some of these ideas. And I was just thinking about service this morning. And I was reflecting on the greatness that comes through service and the fact that it's almost impossible. Actually, it's not possible for you to be anything in this life if you don't have the mindset of service, just serving people, coming from that place of leaving a legacy on this planet and being counted among men and women that actually made a contribution on the planet. And that comes as a decision. You have to make the decision to be of service to this world. You have to be useful. We used to have President Kibaki used to say, if you have no use, you're useless. And as simple that seems, it's so true. You want to find some useful service on the planet and make it a mission, make it something that you are driven to do. It's not just a job, because I realize most people in their places of work, they're not really servant. And most leaders are not servant leaders. We are doing things just for a job, just because at the end of the month we get something. This is what I want you to understand. I want you to value yourself, bring some value in yourself. So go beyond job, go beyond just overbroke. Being paid for a job is actually demeaning you for who you are. Go bigger than that. I want you to be a servant. Give service to a priority and think service. Know that whatever you're giving is of value more than the person you're serving can ever afford. And so you're coming out as a servant. And as I reflect on this, excuse me, I'm reminded of many people, of course, many leaders, because who ascended to greatness through service. And one of them is Moses in the Bible. Read about Moses, who served his generation, who served God and served people that did not even care about him. Sometimes you serve people that are ungrateful. Still serve. Don't make the decision to be a servant to serve based off on the appreciation of the people you're serving. That is not service. Service is serving because you are a servant, because you have a mission, not because you're appreciated. Because most of the time people will not appreciate you. I mean, think of great people in history like Moses. All of us know the story of Moses. A guy comes from challenges of accepting leadership, and he's given a hard generation to lead and to serve, but he serves anyway. Even when people reject him, he serves anyway. Even when he's given a tough mission, he serves and sees himself as a servant. Beyond the challenge of not being a great speaker, the drive to serve makes Moses such a great leader that walks towards greatness. Think of people like David, someone that served at all levels. David is a servant. Even when he's a kid, he's serving. And then he's raised to, promoted to serve the king by playing the harp and entertaining the king and coaching the king. The guy is a servant. Even when the king wanted to kill him, can you imagine? I read the story. I was so, my mind was blown away, because how do you continue to serve someone that tries to kill you twice? Twice, the king actually threw the spear to David as David was serving him. Have you ever been in a place where the person you are serving has a spear on his hand that can kill? What do? Still serve. You continue to serve. And this is where inspiration, you want to be inspired to know seasons and times, so that you know what are the times and seasons to leave the organization, what are the times to stay in the organization. But even your living should be driven by service. Service is a value for greatness. If you want to be great, you cannot be great by just watching. You cannot be great by doing a job. Greatness comes through service. You have to serve and be service driven and service minded. And when you serve people, this is the secret that most people don't know. Let me give you a secret. Why? This is what people don't know. Confidence comes through service. When you serve, it gives you confidence, because it's not about you. You become a channel for other people to be blessed. You become a channel for people to get awareness. You become a channel to unleash people from their foolishness. You become a channel to awaken people to their own greatness. Channels don't think about themselves. I told my client this week why a pipe that is new does not feel, I'm better than that pipe that is old, because it's just a channel. What matters is what goes through the channel. A servant is a channel. It's not about, it's what goes through you to bless your generation, to leave a legacy on this. I tell you, this is deep. Listen. If you take this lesson to heart, if you take it to your heart and make up your mind to be a servant, no matter how people treat you, no matter what people say, you'll be a great person. This world will never, ever forget you, because you leave a mark, not written on any rock, but written on the tablets of people's hearts. That is what we call influence. Influence is leadership. In the organization you're working in right now, are you there as a servant? Do people feel your service because of the energy? Because everything is energy. Everything is a vibe through which you do your work. That's crucial. The vibe through which you do your work. And so you want to come from a place of energy. You want to come from a place of power, from a place of service. You see, our purpose on the planet is to grow and make a contribution. Grow and make a contribution. Keep serving. There is what we call karma, energy. God, the universe, rewards people of service. Don't waste your years living a life of 20%, 50%. Give it 100%, so that when you leave a legacy. When you leave, you know that you leave a gap. There are people, when they leave, you don't know whether they were there or not, because their difference cannot be felt. The impact of greatness, the impact of great people is through service. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about is honoring authority. Authority is about the people you work. All of us we work under an umbrella, under an authority, whether it's a parent, whether it's a mentor, whether it's a leader, a coach. No one becomes great without authority. I tell you that for free. Greatness comes by being under authority. Think about these two leaders we talked about, Moses and David, especially David. David was under authority. He got two chances to kill his boss, and he said, how can I kill a man that is anointed of God? What does that mean? It means any leader you're working on, whether they are affiliated to your faith or not, they are anointed leader by God. That's an authority over you at that season. They may not be an authority over you tomorrow, but they are right now. I tell you, there's no way you can ascend to greatness without considering authority and honoring authority. Some of us, because of our giftedness, because we are talented, because we can speak good English or Swahili or whatever language you speak well, we think we are better than our leaders. We think we can actually shame our leaders and prosper. You can never shame your leader and prosper, my friend. It's not possible. I see it all across the internet. I see it in our government. I see it even if the person you are leading, who is leading you, is wicked. Let me tell you, learn from great leaders in history. If you don't learn from history, you are bound to repeat some of these lessons. Okay? David is even given a chance to kill his boss, but he didn't. How can I kill the anointed of God? And actually, let me tell you, when if you know the story, these stories I'm talking about, I read interesting stories from the good book, the Bible. They're so interesting and inspiring, actually. When David became king, because he just led part of the kingdom, he was leading the kingdom of Judah, but the rest of the kingdom, of course, was led by, still led by how Saul and Saul's son. Let's begin with Saul. When Saul died, the guy that came to report to David say, you know what? I killed the guy. I killed your enemy. I killed your enemy. And he was so happy, thinking that he would get promotion and get favor from David. I killed your enemy. And he's so excited and said, you know, this is what happened. He actually lied that he's the one who killed Saul. And for a moment, David was so mad that he actually killed the guy. Say, how dare you? How dare you kill the anointed of the Lord? The same thing happened to David's son. You know, these guys that went and actually killed two men. They went and killed David's enemy, the son of Saul. And they are coming to report to David that we have killed your enemy. Again, David ordered his men, kill these two men. Why? Authority, man. David understood authority, understood greatness. He understood leadership. And he understood that greatness is given by God. It's an honor of service and an honor to authority. Greatness is not about your talent. I see young people, you know, with your music careers coming up, and you don't want mentorship. Some of them, we've offered them mentorship even for free, but they wouldn't submit to mentorship. Why? They think you can be great just by your talent. It will take you nowhere, my friend. It will take you not leave a legacy. By the way, people forget that seasons come. There are people that just live for their talent. We don't know anything about them now because they never lived for these crucial values of service and of honoring authority. My advice to young people: walk with men of honor, walk with women of honor. We have so many in our generation. There are people that we can link with, that we can learn lessons, that we can learn under. And then when you're working with someone, honor your authority. Even when you look like, you seem like you're smarter than them, shut up and sit down and learn. Take notes. You could be more talented than your boss. but he's still your boss. He's anointed of God for that season. Honor them. There's a reason. I remember this story shared by Les Brown. Very interesting story. This guy came from work and he's complaining about his boss to his wife. And he's like, and he's just being paid, but he's complaining about his boss. And he said, this guy is so mean. And I do everything. I'm the one who does everything. I run this organization. I'm the one who leads. If I'm not there, this thing will totally collapse. The wife smiled. He's a pretty smart woman. And she said, then if he's that dumb, if he's that stupid, why does he sign your check? Good one. Why does he sign your check? Because he's your boss at this moment. Let me tell you, you may be led by a stupid boss, by someone that you think you're smarter than, but they are anointed. There are lessons you never learn about greatness unless you respect authority with people you're working with. Let me tell you a secret. David learned more about leadership from Saul than anyone else in his lifetime. You can learn more from your wicked boss, from your boss who is not so smart, about leadership and greatness if you are submissive. Let me tell you, your giftedness can be a curse to you if you don't learn to submit to authority. Learn to submit to authority. Learn to work with people who are not as smart as you, but honor them. Honor them because you understand this concept. Some of these things are spiritual things that you have to understand for you to succeed even in the secular world. You want to understand. So when you get into an office, wacha kimbelembele, stop this know-it-all attitude. Just submission is an attitude of wisdom. It's actually wisdom. Even when you know much, walk with wisdom. Move slowly with wisdom. Man, be wise. Be wise, my friend. Don't just go and you want to there are people that are brought in a new organization, they want to change everything in a day. You're moving this there, the offices are facing, the curtains have changed, the colors have changed all of a sudden. Shut up, sit down and learn. Listen, learn to be a leader. Leadership is about honoring authority, people you're working with, studying them because they're not there by mistake. Then why are you working there? Why are you in that organization? If you are that smart, why are you there? Work with that person. Take 3 years, study them, honor them, lead by listen to history, read from history. The last thing that I will share, and then I'll be out of this broadcast, is the idea of pain. Man, when it comes to greatness, you can never be great without going through pain. This one I'll give you for free, my friend. Pain equals gain. And there is no gain without pain. If there is no pain, there is no gain. I tell you. Look at even people that grew up in families that are wealthy. They were fed, spoon-fed, everything in their mouth. They never become great people. They are total uji. They can never lead anything. They can never make any great decision. They're just there. Uji means porridge for those who don't understand. Some of us, we hate God and we hate our past because of the pain we've been through. Let me give you a secret. Be wise, be smart. God will never allow any pain to come your life, to come on your path that is not necessary for shaping you for your greatness. Pain equals gain. Whatever pain you'll ever go through. That's why I say David learned more from Saul than anyone else. And this guy gave him hell. But every sword that was thrown to him, God made a way of escape for a reason, because there was a purpose and destiny for this great man. Greatness is shaped through pain. You go through pain. The challenges I went through in my childhood, I was sick for 11 years, hospitalized. That prepared me to be a listener, to listen to people I went through a school I call the School of the Spirit, where I was going through pain for 11 years, pain of body and mind. And is that preparation that made me a great coach today? That I can listen to people going through pain and see greatness where people want to run away. There's a kind of pain that you can't run away from because it's shaping you for your greatness. It's shaping you for your future. Sometimes you'll be fired because it's an invitation to be fired up. Sometimes we think pain is coming to, to crush us. No, life is not crushing you. Life is guiding you. Life is preparing you. Those guys that want to fire you, let them fire you. The people that want to leave you, let them leave you. Pain leads you to your greatness. And so when you see it coming, even James says, let's celebrate pain because pain prepares us for greatness. Look at all the challenges you've been through, the greatest pain you've been through. It was preparing you for something big. And so don't run away from pain. Face it. Ask yourself, what lessons am I learning from this pain? What is it that I'm learning from this pain? Some of us are going through pain of relationships. You've been rejected. There's a season of your life where it seems as though everyone was running away from you. There's a season of your life where it seems as though the world has rejected you, and you are alone. Uko peke yako. You are alone. You can be left alone and you go through that pain, the pain of rejection. But I tell you, the pain of rejection can be a preparation for you if you have the right mindset. Allow these things in your life, allow service in your life, allow honor and authority in your life, and allow pain in your life. And I'll tell you what you'll be allowing: greatness. And if you're a young guy, you're looking for someone to marry someone with these three things. Number one, someone that has service, someone that is coming to serve. People talk about being beauty. Beauty takes you nowhere unless you marry someone that has the attitude of service. They are serving you. They're not just in that relationship, to be served. There are people who come in a relationship that just take us. No, look for the quality of service. Look for the quality of honor, of authority. Do they honor their parents? Do they honor authority in their life? Don't marry someone who tells you, I'll honor you. Oh, sabo, and they don't support their own parents and their own authority of people they work with. Run for your dear life. Run for your life. If you're dating someone that doesn't have these three things and someone who's not gone through pain, run for your life. Because they will have to go through pain. And if they go through pain in your marriage, I tell you, your marriage will be on the rocks. If they have not gone through, they will go through pain. That's why if you get to connect with someone in a relationship that has gone through three things, you're blessed. They are servants. Number two, they have gone through pain. Number three, they know how to honor authority. If you do that, you are a blessed person. But if you're just, class, prettiness, makeups, the rain is coming. When rain comes and the makeup is washed away, my friend, that's when you begin to run for your life. Be wise, be wise, be wise. Look for those three things. And if you're presenting yourself for an interview, I tell you, this is what people look. They are looking for, how did you serve? There are people that dishonor their previous boss just because you're going to a new organization. You speak so badly about your previous organization. You're showing your next boss how stupid you are. Please be wise. Don't mock your boss. Someone who signed your check, you're mocking them. No matter how bad they've been to you, be smart. Be the smart one. Service, authority, pain equals leadership. Leadership equals greatness. You are unstoppable. Do you want to be unstoppable? Look at these three things. Grow these three things. Find a way to be a servant. Find a way to have a heart of a servant. find a way. Read about David and Moses, people that served their heart, and out. They served their heart out. They served even their own enemies. And then talk about how do I benefit from pain? Instead of looking at pain as my enemy, I can look at pain as gain. The more pain you have in your life, the more gain you have in terms of leadership and then in terms of greatness. And then honor authority. We live in a generation that doesn't care. Just as long as you are gifted, you're talented, you can just, smear anything on your leaders, on your authority, even on your parents. Shame on you and woe unto you, because I tell you, there's no fulfillment in such a life. There's no joy in such a life. Well, thank you. My time is out. My time is up and I have to be out. Breakthrough with Jeff. This is a place we live life with zero limits. God bless you. Peace.